Diddy has been at Ellen's show 17 times.
17 times! I've been on the show 17 times!
It feels like 20.
They're pretty close. 3, 2, 1, go! Live in studio from Auckland, New Zealand. Welcome to Dudes Daily with Kelvin Taylor. Subscribe now. Hi guys, Kel's here with Dudes Daily. Just want to give you a new update on the Diddy case. As you can see, the police hat, you know what time it is. Whoop, whoop. But yeah, there's been a number of things that have been going on. So gratefully, there's been some TikTokers that's been doing a number of breakdowns on different topics surrounding Diddy. But this particular subject is quite an interesting one. And this revolves around Diddy's connection to Ellen DeGeneres. And this is something I decided to do a little bit of research on and just want to present to you guys. But if you may not know, Diddy has been at Ellen's show 17 times.
17 times! I've been on the show 17 times!
It feels like 20.
They're pretty close.
Tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seemed to show up.
No, well, now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ellen. Happy birthday to you. You didn't invite me to the party, so I'm just here in my office having shots in honor of one of the most beautiful women in the world.
Now I want to talk about something I don't want you to send me, kids. I don't have any, and from time to time I like to remind myself why I don't have any kids.
Let's do it.
Going nowhere, we ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now, cause it's bad boy for life.
Some of those kids are here today. Come on out.
I always ask myself, what would P. Diddy do? Oh, what would P. Diddy do?
Put it down his pants.
All right, we'll do it. We'll do.
We met in Vegas for the first time ever. You know, I'm sure I heard about him more than he heard about me.
Right.
But when I met him, it was just like, you know, we're like, you going back to New York tomorrow? I'm like, yeah. Like, come on, get on my jet. We're gonna go back together. Come on, bring all your friends.
Gay.
Is that going to be a new thing? Are you going to try to be early?
Yes, I'm trying to be early.
Are you going to be early for my party?
Yes, I am. No.
No.
You know I have to arrive fashionably late.
All right. Not too late, though.
Not too late?
Not too late, please.
What time would you like me there?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But not too late. Because, you know, once you get there, the party really starts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I promise you I'm not gonna let you down on this big one.
Where are you going after this? It's all 20s. Where are you going after this? What are you doing?
You know what we doing, what we plan to do, girl. Well, we go so far back. You don't tell these people how far back we go.
I know, but I wear T-shirts. I don't know what that means. Anyway, all right, let's...
I mean...
You hold that.
Okay,
all right.
I got this. It would take two if the joke didn't work. I
No, it's okay.
I don't want no problems.
No, it's okay.
No, hold on. This is the daytime. I'm a Scorpio. The things that, when I'm...
But I'm saying...
The cold words I have for making love should not be on the Ellen show.
With that said, they understand what's going on with him. She's been quite mum. She didn't want to respond to any questions regarding his current situation right now, but they all know each other.
Ellen, were you surprised by the allegations about P. Diddy? Did that surprise you about P. Diddy? He's been on your show many times.
Have a good night.
Have you been to his parties?
And I'm going to do another topic, another episode of Dudes Brewing on this subject about the Boule. Boule is the Freemasons, the African American Freemasons specifically. It's an advancement of Prince Hall. He's a part of the Boule. And there's a lot of people that are in the Boule that are African American, and I consider them Negropeans. These are enemies of Africans in general because they're essentially adopted Freemasonry, which is stolen information from Egypt regarding Egyptology and ways to go about living your life, but it's been corrupted and mixed in with Jewish Kabbalicism and a bit of Druidic culture.
Oh, hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
After federal agents raided the homes of rapper P. Diddy, aka Sean Combs.
It's just the intro. Allow my flow time to sink into the tempo. Freemason, freelancer, free agents, we faster. Big contracts, big contractors, built pyramids, period, we masters. No caterpillars, it was just a lot of...
Never hear about Jimmy Iovine, Elliot Grange, Lucien Grange, Leo Cohen, Todd Moskowitz. All of these execs, they prop these guys up and they only give them deals if they partake in the debauchery with them, allegedly. And people like Diddy and Eazy-E and Jay Prince and Luke and Russell Simmons, and Baby from Cash Money, let's not forget him. What they've done is they've given people who have taken advantage of black ignorance, black lack of education, black lack of opportunity, giving them the right to monetize our dysfunction and our shame because those individuals I just named, those black music moguls, say it's black culture.
So there's a lot of what I would say, if you go anywhere towards the Kabbalah, you end up with Babylonian practice, Babylonian Talmud, which ends up being satanic because you end up worshiping Baule, Balenciaga. So P. Diddy has an interesting connection with Ellen DeGeneres, and it made me contemplate on the life and death of Twitch. Twitch was the dancer that was on Ellen DeGeneres' show, which I think some people should really go back and have a deep think about it because his case doesn't add up, because he ended up supposedly unalived from a firearm shot to temple. Or somewhere around that area. And it doesn't make sense because people said he was perfectly happy and healthy. There were some things going on in the news and the media that was alluding to supposedly he had some crypto situation. Anytime you see any news brief coming from TMZ, understand TMZ are controlled. They essentially are paid henchmen for the Freemasons that run the entertainment industry. So if you get any news briefs or breakdowns from TMZ, listen to it with a grain of salt. Sometimes they get news scoops before anybody else, but it's because they're inside and they're trying to control the narrative. Remember I told you about free news? I was saying the news is 24/7 for a reason, and it's to control people's perception. And they tend to get too many scoops too quickly. They're essentially paparazzi on an elevated level, and they run very mafia-like in Hollywood because it is very fraternal in Hollywood, depending on what group you're in, Scientology, Jesuits, anything of that sort. But Anne Heche had a very, very traumatic experience dealing with Ellen DeGeneres, and I'll show you something right here.
Do you know that much pop culture?
I did know, but what I'm feeling is that finally she's enough away that I'm starting to be able to breathe again.
Actress Anne Heche has died. After breathing in heavy smoke while trapped in her burning car, Heche ended up brain dead.
Hey Ellen, how are you, darling? Have you spoken to Anne Heche at all since her accident?
Have not.
Do you want to...
We're not in touch with each other, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, do you want to send her any well wishes?
Sure. I don't want anyone to be hurt.
Yeah, it's quite a dangerous accident that happened, wasn't it?
Sure was.
Thank you, Ellen. Cheers, darling.
We're learning more details about the moments leading up to Friday's fiery crash involving actress Anne Heche. New surveillance video shows Heche barreling through an alleyway, nearly hitting a pedestrian. A business owner in Venice also telling us the actress visited his store moments before the crash. Richard Glass says Heche was shopping for a wig and acting like, quote, a sweet little girl.
I was just so taken aback, and I was like, what happened? Because she didn't, like I said, she didn't seem impaired to me.
Heche was seen speeding and driving erratically through surface streets. She's believed to have been behind the wheel for at least one hit and run when the actress slammed into a garage. The dangerous ride came to an end when she smashed her car into a home in LA's Mar Vista neighborhood. That violent collision sparked a fire.
I'm coming in hot.
And Ellen's fine. She can sit on her pile of money.
I hope you like your money, because that's why I broke up with you. Do you like sitting on your piles of cash? Because guess what? It gets you exactly where you are. I asked for truth. I didn't even understand how things were sculpted. I did not understand how things were manipulated. I was a youngin', yet I'm no longer a youngin'. But what people don't know about that too is that I had only met Ellen 4 days before the Volcano premiere. This was not like I was not holding, like, this was not a torch that said, I've been hiding this relationship, I'm fighting for the, it's like, no, I saw it, I put it, and then the fact that I was told you can't do that, after she had come out on Tuesday night, this is the week, the timeline of it is so amazing. Sunday night, Vanity Fair. Tuesday night, Ellen comes out. Tuesday morning, I meet Harrison Ford. Wednesday is press junket. Thursday night is Volcano. Like, that's how condensed. Yep. Friday, we both lose our jobs. And I was greeted by 5 suits. Ellen was sitting in a chair, and I said, as far as I remember, I didn't invite anybody else to lunch today. And they said, we know that you want to take Ellen to the premiere, and we're here to tell you that you will be fired from your $10 million picture deal if you do it. And she said, do what they say. You don't know what you're up against. We've only known each other for a couple of days. And I said, I do know what I'm up against.
I want somebody special, somebody, that I click with. And obviously you didn't click with Richard. Has there ever been anyone you felt you clicked with? And what was his name? Susan.
And her partner Keo grieved Anne on Instagram, simply saying, I love you, Anne Heche, in his post. And on his story he added, we had fun, and thank you for always being you.
My movie premiere, Volcano, I had told them that I was taking Ellen as my date, and I was told if I took Ellen, I would lose my Fox contract.
The Jewish are planning to take over the world. The Jewish are planning to take over the world if they find it.
The Jewish are planning on taking over the world?
Yeah, if they find the...
Why do you think she tried to put me in an institution, folks? I called my mother. Guess what? 2 people who wanted more than anything to have my truth buried. It was not my timing. I did not and could not ask God for what that would be. All I could do was stay on my truth, do what I was doing, and study this thing called love that we tried to bury. And now I am up and out of the ground.
She grew up in a kind of a religious cult. Her father, he was a closeted gay man who never lived his life openly. They were always in financial trouble. Her father fancied himself an entrepreneur. The fact of the matter is that Anne supported the family.
Through her acting?
From the time she was about 12. Her dad actually died of AIDS.
Did they know he was gay prior to that?
And a couple months later, her brother committed suicide. And so Anne strongly believed that, those lies in the family and not being honest was something that really tore the family apart.
Prior to her father's death, she was repeatedly raped, and when she told her mom about it, her mom did not believe her.
And unfortunately, those 2 women could not shut me down. Whew. Want to start over?
What do you hope people would say about you as far as last words go?
Oh Lord.
Hopefully we got a while till this happens. I know it's kind of a morbid
made my
question.
children happy.
Yeah.
I gave them a life that they love.
What was it like working with Johnny Depp?
Heaven.
Anne.
Sorry, he was with another girl at the time. She was a supermodel. So I didn't really feel like I could compete.
Would you have dated him?
He never, are you kidding? He wouldn't have dated me.
What, are you kidding?
Oh, please.
By the way, are you putting yourself down? Why wouldn't he have dated you? He was your husband.
Way too uncool. Oh my God. Oh my God. Johnny was like, here's the advice he gave me in the trailer. First of all, who would have thought that I got that? I mean, it's so amazing to even get that opportunity. I'm sitting in a trailer with him, and what's his advice? He's sitting there like this with like 3 people around him, and he goes, don't ever get tattoos. It gives you another hour in the makeup trailer. You know, and then I got to kiss him. I'm like, oh man, I got to slap him. Oh, I got to slap him. He really wanted it too.
Did he?
He wanted me to come home with him after that.
But that turned into a great movie.
No, I wouldn't have dated him because I was always too stupid to date the people that asked me that I should have.
Donnie Brasco was a great movie.
It was a great movie. I feel very lucky to be a part of it.
Prisoner, prisoner, locked up, can't get you off my mind, Lord knows I tried a million times, oh, why can't you,
Something you're afraid of.
My kids not being happy.
Yeah, mine too. Great life.
I've been able, it's so wonderful, wonderful.
What never fails to make you laugh?
My children.
What are you
Or a
awful?
really dumb joke.
What are you
like,
awful
I just
at?
love dumb jokes.
What are you awful at?
Telling jokes.
Telling jokes. What do you think we should be paying more attention to?
Our children.
Oh, well, I have 25 cents, and here's some water.
I want water.
You asked me for water about 5 seconds ago.
I got quarter. I got 25 cents.
A quarter.
Or any change, anything you can spare.
Well, here's
will
some
help.
water. You can have some nice water, okay?
Okay, thank
Have
you.
some water, feed the plant.
I got a
and
dime.
Definitely give you a quarter.
I got a dime.
Oh, here
You bust up 15 seconds.
We can definitely make that wish.
We can make it happen.
That wish we can make come true. All right, drink some water.
Oh, look at this.
Thank you. You're having a good day, all right?
God bless you.
Ask and you shall receive.
Quarter sounds like water to me.
Right, quarter water. Let me get a quarter water.
Drink it for your health, my love.
Thank you, man.
Peace out.
Later.
Thank you.
Here's a look at the many contributions of Anne Heche.
Now I know how it feels to be strong. You love control, don't you?
After a successful and Emmy Award-winning stint in soap operas, Anne Heche's career enjoyed more attention after a really big break on the big screen, playing the wife of an undercover FBI agent in the 1997 film Donnie Brasco.
I pretend you're dead. That's how my life makes sense to me. Just go away.
The movie starring Johnny Depp and Al Pacino was a box office success, and critics praised Heche's performance as a wife struggling to keep her family together. The actress was just getting started. She had supporting roles in other high-profile projects that year, including the summer blockbuster Volcano.
There's going to be a million dead or homeless people if we don't evacuate. This is going to destroy everything it touches.
The explosive disaster film starring Tommy Lee Jones was not a critical hit, but it was a box office smash. Heche also had a small role in another box office winner, I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Our car stalled down the road, and we were just wondering if maybe we could use your phone.
Heche capped off a successful year by starring opposite Robert De Niro and Dustin Hoffman in Wag the Dog.
Could you have Levy say, I know we're all concerned for the president. I'm sure our hopes and prayers are with him.
Her career was moving full steam ahead. She booked her first starring role opposite Harrison Ford in the romantic adventure comedy 6 Nights, 7 Days.
That doesn't evoke much confidence, does it?
No, that does not.
The film debuted in 1998 to mixed reviews and a lukewarm box office reception. Her next film did not fare as well. The 1998 Psycho remake earned negative reviews, did not do well in theaters, but her performance did earn praise. However, her career then stalled. Heche believes she was blacklisted from Hollywood after going public with her relationship with Ellen DeGeneres in 1997, telling Page Six, I didn't do a studio picture for 10 years.
But did that cost you professionally?
Very much so. I was fired from a $10 million picture deal at Fox. I had a very difficult time working for many years.
When roles on the big screen dried up, Heche successfully pivoted to independent films and the small screen, including starring in the hit show Ally McBeal, most recently seen on Chicago PD, All Rise, and the 29th season of Dancing with the Stars.
Anne leaves behind 2 sons. She was just 53 years old.
That all she wanted was money, and then she ends up marrying a person named Portia, who, by the way,
Oh, that's funny. I wasn't getting the joke.
I took this long to get it.
Is that between the lines?
That's what he wanted.
Oh, well, I hope I don't get hit.
So why did you break up with Ellen?
Well, I think you know the answer to that question. I think we could probably whittle it down to one thing. If we live in loving kindness, and that is my destination and my dream for us all, I would say that was not her goal.
I'm on the cover of this month's O magazine, and
But that was her banner, which she led with.
Ellen DeGeneres delivering a message we can all agree with.
Be kind to one another.
All her shows end the same way.
Be kind to one another. Be kind to one another. Be kind to one another. Bye-bye.
But Ellen is now facing a major PR problem following a BuzzFeed article that portrays the Queen of Nice as the Queen of Mean.
Listen, when you want to steal somebody else's language, the problem is you hit a wall, because the language is enough to drive you forth. Its purposing was enough to give her power. And the reality is, if you are not on a conscious conversation and communication with the universe and its truth, you hit a wall, because you can only get furthered if your intelligence and your heart meet. And unfortunately, that she did not great.
And I'm the host of the show and the reason you all have a job. I got paid to watch men take their clothes off online. Well, that does seem like something Matt would want to do.
Everybody. Ellen DeGeneres is breaking her silence today, apologizing for those bombshell accusations about a toxic work culture at her show. Hey everybody, it's Ellen, the letter to her staff begins. Executive producer Ed Glavin is also said to have had a button underneath his desk which he used to intimidate employees by remotely shutting his office door during meetings.
Usually, according to these former employees, this was what they call an intimidation tactic to induce fear.
BuzzFeed's Christy Lee Yandoli spoke to former employees who accused Glavin of being handsy with women in workspaces like the control room, rubbing their shoulders and touching them on their lower waist.
This morning, 3 top producers are out at The Ellen Show. Warner Brothers confirming to NBC News that executive producers Ed Glavin, Kevin Lehman, and co-executive producer Jonathan Norman have all parted ways with the Emmy Award-winning daytime series.
Was she in the dark, or did she turn a blind eye? Today, actor Brad Garrett tweeted an eye-opening response to the scandal. Sorry, but it does come from the top at The Ellen Show. No more than 1 who were treated horribly by her. Common knowledge. Garrett should know. He's appeared on the show as a guest 6 times.
We are responsible for seeking the truth. We are responsible for our own point of view. We aren't told often that ours matters enough to question ourselves enough.
I'm out of this.
You're saying that there was video. I imagine this is where those people that have the ring on their doors, the ring with the video cameras. Is that how they're calculating the speed? Because I'd imagine no one knew this was happening. No one's out with their cell phone.
$25, $30 miles an hour, and all the families and the dads step out in the middle of the street and tell the guy to slow down. So when I saw this missile go by, I definitely knew that something was wrong.
Sure.
I literally thought it was an out of control car, like a computer or a throttle or even a health issue.
Yeah, health emergency.
From Vox. Hackers can now crash cars from hundreds of miles away.
Those documents go into great detail about how the government was trying to hack phones, trying to hack tablets, even smart TVs. But now when you dig deeper into the document, buried way deep in there, is about how the government was also looking into hacking vehicles. But it turns out hackers have already been doing it. There's a gadget out there right now that allows people to use a little remote control and get into your car undetected, even start your engine. And that's not all. There are a couple of hackers who've even been able to take over a car remotely while it's driving down the highway. And it's all caught on video this morning. The powerful demonstrations you need to see before you head out today. As this SUV drives down the highway, these two hackers are pulling off the unthinkable.
No matter what happens, don't panic.
Taking control of it wirelessly, even turning the wheel. Other hackers opening car doors with ease using this little gadget. Now, WikiLeaks claims the government was working on hacking cars too. The CIA was looking at infecting the vehicle control system used by modern cars and trucks. The purpose of such control is not specified. The new leaked documents quoting a meeting of the CIA's Embedded Devices branch. Potential mission areas include vehicle systems. But hackers have already done it. Wired magazine first exposing the danger in 2015.
So first we're going to turn the fan on them.
The driver of this Jeep Cherokee losing control.
Something just turned on all the fans and AC and stuff. I didn't do that.
These two hackers say they're controlling the car remotely, turning on the windshield wipers, turning on the radio.
The air conditioning is blasting, the music is blasting, and I can't see anything because of the windshield wiper fluid.
The hackers even controlling the steering, then going even further.
Kill the engine. So we're killing the engine right now. Actually, can't accelerate. It says 43 miles an hour, but I'm not going that fast.
I mean, I'm no conspiracy theorist, but it seems like people that in Hollywood that work on sex trafficking films and things like that end up dead. Why?
Actress Anne Heche seriously injured after crashing her car, Skyfox overhead, when she suddenly sits up on the gurney, surprising firefighters.
That was going on the other side of the vehicle. Oh my gosh, he's completely alive.
Heche's cause of death has been revealed days after she was removed from life support. According to the LA County Coroner's Office, the actress died from smoke inhalation and burns. The death was also ruled an accident. Heche was injured earlier this month after slamming her car into a Mar Vista home. Both the car and the home burst into flames. Heche was declared brain dead, but was kept on life support until her organs could be donated.
So deep, about 30 feet in. And then it erupted into flames, and so we had multiple challenges arriving on scene. We had a significant traffic collision. We had the driver, what was an adult female, solo occupant that was entrapped inside the large vehicle fire that rapidly spread to the home. That single driver, the adult female, we did transport her to a local hospital in critical condition, but she was talking to us at the time that we were able to pull her out, so that's a good sign. Local hospital in critical condition, but she was talking to us at the time that we were able to pull her out, so that's a good sign. Inside the home was just one individual, an adult female, and fortunately she was in the rear of the home, which likely saved her life. If she was in the pathway of that vehicle towards the front, there could have been a whole different story today.
Okay, friends, let's talk Anne Heche. First things first, if you think she died because of a fiery accident, you're wrong. Just moments before her car accident, she went into a wig shop where the gentleman said she was not speaking cursive, a term he uses when people are impaired or drunk. He said she looked fine. Then it was reported that it took over 50 firemen over 65 minutes to get Anne out of a fire-engulfed vehicle. 65 minutes. Now let's talk about the video seen around the world of Anne being wheeled out in a body bag and just moments before being put in the ambulance. Yeah, I can't say ambulance. She sprung up, ripped the body bag open, flailed her arms around, where the two firemen forcibly pushed her down and shoved her into the back of the ambulance. Here's the video.
The other side of the vehicle. Oh my gosh, he's completely alive.
Guys, I'm not Einstein, but I can tell you this. After being trapped in a fire-engulfed vehicle for over 65 minutes, would she still have her tank top on? And look at her flesh, look at her arms. She doesn't look scorched at all. And this is the part that gets me the most. Why does she have all her hair? Come on! Per the LFD, 59 firefighters took 65 minutes to access, confine, and fully extinguish the stubborn flames with a heavily damaged structure and rescue one female adult found within the vehicle. 65 minutes in a fire-engulfed vehicle. She has no signs of any kind of burns. She still has a tank top on, and she has all of her hair. Here's another angle. She looks fine to me. Literally 0 signs of any burns. Her hair would have been long gone. She would have suffered third-degree burns. She literally looks unscathed. Notice her pants are still on, and her leg doesn't have any burns on it either, and her shoes. Really? Really? Anne should have been unrecognizable after being in a car fully engulfed in flames for 65 minutes. She would have been bald and had third-degree burns all over her body. She would have succumbed to respiratory issues being engulfed in flames that long. Her lungs would have burned to a crisp. Her esophagus would have closed. There is no way anybody could have survived sitting in a car for 65 minutes fully engulfed in flames, let alone come out with their full outfit on and all of their hair and their skin with not a single scorch on it. Anne had just come out with a movie exposing a lot of pedos, a lot of celebrities, and a lot of elites. They wanted her gone, and it sure looks like they succeeded. But I'm telling you right now, this is an insult to all of our intellects by saying she died in a fiery wreck when the proof is right there before our eyes. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. She died a different way. And the fact that they've already closed the investigation makes me sick. Stop insulting all of our intelligence. It's pretty clear what happened here.
And this Anne Heche shit, that's up.
Anne is currently in stable condition. Her family and friends ask for your thoughts and prayers. We also ask to respect her privacy during this difficult time. And they add, thank you.
Okay, I want to talk about this Anne Heche thing really quickly. First of all, may she rest in peace. But second of all, can someone explain how she was in stable condition just days ago and now all of a sudden she's dead because her brain injury was so bad?
Have such a domain after 20 years of trying to shut somebody up, so much so that her name could not be whispered.
I don't know that they wanted to shut you up. I think she wanted to shut you down and shut you out.
Very much she did. And by the way, she had a lot of people that went along with her.
Because this is what's happening now, is that people are coming forward that I'm speaking with and saying, well, you know, our hands were tied with the Ellen show.
That means money.
And if you think about all the studios, the TV shows, the films that considered you and then thought, oh wait, there's that Ellen cock block that we have to consider.
That's right.
Let's just hire Mira Sorvino.
That's right. That's right. You have her in your movie, you have her in your show, you ain't gonna get promo on mine.
For those of you that remember the movie Castaway with Tom Hanks, you remember this ball, or this red face on the ball, called Wilson. After a performance, Lady Gaga had an outfit on that looked like it, and Jay-Z wore the sweater, and Ellen wore the sweater here that has this same particular type of face on it. What is this face?
Have you heard the craziest conspiracy theory about Ellen DeGeneres that is so dark, especially after what they found in her house? As you know, Ellen has been described as an evil and devilish person to work with at The Ellen Show. Staff would describe their experience working with her as being ran by intimidation, fear, bullying, allegations that employees were being SA'd and touched by higher-level executives, and Ellen knew about it. While hosting her show, Ellen was also tied to the Illuminati after repeatedly flashing the symbol. It's also interesting that her set matches the building on Epstein Island with white and blue stripes, gold touches, and palm trees. She's been frequently closely tied to the lizard person conspiracy theory. Even her home staff described her as evil and would say that her true personality comes out at home, and it's worse than anything you've heard she's done at work. Look closely at this video of Ellen at home because it could expose evil and devilish parts of her private life. If you saw in the background of that video, through the glare of the window, you can see this painting that says evil thoughts and it's a devil's face. The artist who made that painting, who's been dead for a long time, painted a lot of Satan worshipping pieces. Not to mention this symbolism directly on her sweatshirt while she's broadcasting. Then look at another photo of Ellen sitting in her house with a painting in the background with suspicious symbols on them that are eerily similar to symbols you use in satanic worshipping rituals. The scariest one of all these is of Ellen giving her mother a haircut, and look closely at the painting behind her. I believe it says R.I.P. on the bottom above her mother's head. Before I tell you the craziest part about all this, make sure you follow so you finally know all the craziest conspiracy theories about each of these celebrities and request who you want to see next. All of these different pieces and paintings found are from different artists, so why does Ellen always go out of her way to find this type of dark symbolism to express herself?
By understanding how human trafficking really works, you can make a difference in the life of someone at risk.
For more information, please visit polarisproject.org.
Help is available. Text Be Free to 233-733 or call the National Human Trafficking Hotline, 888-373-7888. Together, let's stop violence against women.
It's quite spooky, to be honest with you. And the way she died and then she sort of hopped up on a gurney, like, should make you guys examine and think, like, did someone had her removed? Did someone have Twitch removed? Now you're finding out about this guy named Amir Muhammad, who was on Diddy's payroll as a fixer. You know, there's other fixers that have been out there that have also been called out when Kanye West talked about his issues with Diddy, and him talking about Harley Pasternak, which is a Jewish man from Canada who's known to be a fixer, and he had a high list of A-list Hollywood clients, including Britney Spears and a few other people. So you start to examine these things, and it makes you understand that you need to know, if you're going to go into entertainment, how it's controlled, how it's operated. And so Anne Heche and Ellen DeGeneres, when they were out together, they were the first, I guess, lesbian celebrity couple. But she split from her with reason, because she realized that there were some things going on that didn't sit with her very well. And I just want people to take the time, do some research, go look into these matters regarding, you know, the loss of Twitch, because Twitch was around. I've seen him dancing since, I would say, around the time that I noticed the kid that was in the Michael Jackson Finding Neverland documentary, Wade Robson, because Wade Robson and Twitch both came up together as dancers, and perhaps he knew some information he shouldn't have been privy to. But whenever you hear these mysterious deaths and people losing their lives or deletion, and it involves a hotel, especially in LA or Hollywood in general, the way these hotels work, there's this is going into the alleged section, but in general, it's alleged that they can get access to these rooms very easy for someone being in a hotel to end up taking somebody out. And so when you see these little mysterious entertainment deaths, it can be they just needed to take someone off the checkerboard.
Anne Heche is Ellen's ex-girlfriend. She tragically lost her life earlier this year when she ran her Mini Cooper into a home in LA, and apparently it was supposed to be this big blaze that burned her all the way up. But in this clip, she actually jumps out of her gurney, and she's clearly not all that badly burned. And they said that later she died in a coma, and she also was an organ donor, so it makes it really strange as to what the real reasoning behind her death was. Fast forward to the tragic death of Twitch, who, pointing out, his name was just Twitch with no big W, but after Ellen, it became a capital W.
On December
13th,
Twitch's wife, Allison Hawker, was the one who immediately informed. The hotel workers reported that Twitch didn't seem angry or even unhappy. The hotel has since stopped renting rooms out for the week following his death. But in photos taken on Wednesday, people in vehicles were spotted coming and going from Oak Tree Inn.
Twitch dead at 40. Stephen Boss was Ellen DeGeneres' DJ. And they're saying that he's dead by suicide. And I'm going to show you guys that is 100% not the case. This is yet again another ritual sacrifice, all by the numbers. So the first thing that stood out to me, guys, this is in the news today, December 14th. Exactly 322 days after Ellen's last birthday.
Joseph Acquaviva, 2222, then proceeds to explain the odds about the case in point. The said number 322 has been famous in the Illuminati world as the number of skull and bones.
Here's the thing, fam. And listen, fam, I know y'all always talking about race stuff and all of that, but let me just tell you straight up, fam. Black people don't normally kill themselves over money. Black people don't normally kill themselves if they run into a rough patch financially. Because we didn't survive so much, we feel like, money, we lose money, make money, lose money, make money, so we don't normally take ourselves out for stuff like that.
Exclusive. I love you, Dad. Final words of Stephen Twitch Boss, 40, to his grandfather, 84, who said there was no signs that Ellen showed DJ was trouble before he shot himself in a hotel room, as family are seen arriving at his LA mansion. Now listen to what the grandfather had to say, okay? It says, Eddie, who traveled from Arizona to be with the family, is urging others to look out for warning signs in their loved ones. He added, every word has a meaning. His last words to me were a simple text that says, I love you, Dad. Our question is why? Where did it come from? Eddie said he was not sure that his grandson's death was a suicide, though LAPD confirmed it was a self-inflicted gunshot wound that killed him. This hotel that he was killed in, right? Look at the reviews, okay? There's reviews on here, okay? Now listen to what they got to say about this hotel, right? It says, and this comes from Omora 3 weeks ago, right? It goes on to say, great place to just crash for the night. Rooms and bathroom are small. If you're a light sleeper, then you might want to look somewhere else. It's next to a busy street and noise coming to the room easily. So you're telling me that the people that stand at the hotel can clearly tell us that the walls are so thin that you can hear some, and you're telling me that this man shot himself and nobody heard nothing?
After paramedics arrived, the former TV DJ was pronounced dead of a suicide attempt. Despite the fact that Twitch died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, no gunshots were heard by staff.
So again, I just want to know, what is this symbol? Or what is this face? What does it mean? What does it allude to? I think the people deserve to know.
There's a few examples of that. One right now that's being highlighted with Jay-Z and Bun B in terms of there being a tape being out on Beyonce for some acts she committed on film with a few rappers. And Jay-Z wasn't happy about that because she's from Texas and Bun B is from Texas as well. And now you're hearing about these P. Diddy situations and people being filmed on camera at his house in certain acts. You're starting to see that things that used to be considered conspiracy a few years ago, in theory, are now conspiracy reality, or conspiracy fact. There's conspiracy theory and there's conspiracy fact. There's a lot of things that were conspiracy years ago now. It's turning out to be a fact. And so, yeah, I think you guys should look into that matter. But it's just something I wanted to update you guys on, to let you know, just keep your eyes peeled, because Ellen DeGeneres had a very close relationship, just like Ashton Kutcher, with P. Diddy. And that is something that really, really needs to get looked into with a fine-tooth microscope and some binoculars. But yeah, guys, feel free to deep dive on that topic. And yeah, so I'll give you guys some scoops and some more updates, and we'll stay tuned with more Diddy news. Exactly, did he do it? Did he didn't? I can tell you I've known about that guy since the 90s, and that's me personally, from people that are in the entertainment industry within my family. So I just want to warn and protect all you people out there, and just tell you stay vigilant, because this is 2024. Cat Williams put it out there, man. It's going to be the year of truth. Big dick deviants, they're all being revealed. And also some people that are involved in more childlike abuses type stuff. So yeah, let's protect our people and let's protect society, guys. don't worship any of these celebrities. A lot of them also with Gaza are doing a lot of performative activism. Don't get excited if you see Billie Eilish with a watermelon like pin on her tat, or on her jacket. This girl, her music in general, she has nothing but satanic imagery all throughout her music. So these people were put before us because the media forced them on us to go, look, they're important. Look, they're important. Here's Timothy Chalamet. He's important. They're putting certain people in front of us for a reason. And you need to understand that these people are not important. The important people are the people that are actually taking the time to put their careers on the line, put their livelihood on the line, just put themselves out there. These celebrities can't afford it, and they'll wear a pin, but they won't do a post. So if they're not doing a post, they are not for Free Palestine at all. So just stay aware of that, guys. Much love. Dudes Brewing, we're out.
I gotta notice something went right in your colorful face. It's kinda weird to me since you're so fine. If it's up to me, your face will change. If you smile,
whoa, you're like still here, bro? Like, go home, dude. Well, hope you enjoyed everything. Just gonna hang with some babes in a bungalow. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch out for STIs. Got some bad craps. Pretty gnarly the other time. But anyhow, dude, if you wanna get your gains up, man, feel free to eat some beef ramen noodles and some steak. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get your weight up, man. Alright. See you, dudes. We're out.